Another former #1 here. That was a good roll. She's playing like her old self. She's made quite a few birdies to start this tournament.
Yeah, 3 under par in the front 9. Good score there with a bogey. So.
I think it's just one of those kind of courses that, with the greens the size they are, they're not very big. You're going to miss them. So you've got to have your scrambling game on point. What looks to be on a little upslope, so she should be able to get this to stop back into the wind.
Yeah, left side of these fairways are down grain. They're lighter colored back into the grain on the right half. It's the mowing pattern. Greens are firm. And there's an example of some pretty firm greens. Got almost landed just short, and sometimes the ball stops, so tough to kind of predict that. Nicely done. Good stroke, good solid par. And a good 2-putt. She'll shoot 2 under her first 9. She'll head over to 10, bogey free today. So
almost identically, really.
Yeah, exactly. Jong now for birdie. This to get to 4 under par. Not a lot of birdies on this hole. Got to go. Yeah, it's a beautiful golf course, and if you hit some good shots, you can score, but it's going to be tough as the week goes on. I think today's the day to shoot some good scores. But
third shot at the par 4 10th for Jin Young Ko.
Pretty straightforward little chip shot here. She just has to be careful not to run it past the hole.
Morgan Metro here at the 17th. Been one of the most difficult holes. Haven't seen a lot of birdies. This is a long-range putt.
Only a quarter of the field hitting this green in regulation today. He didn't need to, though, to make birdie.
Exactly. Playing 3.4 stroke average. That'll lower that stroke average. Nice birdie first of the...
Lilia Vu, you got the former #1 Jin Young Ko. She was #1 earlier this year. This for par. She avoids a bogey. And when she won here in 2019, this championship,
the lie is not as bad as it could be, but she's still going to have to hold on pretty tight to this to stop it from going left, because the ball is above her fleet. Came out a bit low.
See, tried to saw off the finish there just a little bit. That's going to work out nicely. Should settle in the middle of the green. You can hear Jason say that was a great shot.
At the 14th, this is Wei Wei Zhang. Linnea Strom, the Swede, over on the front 9, has gotten it to 4 under to break out of that pack in a tie for second. Strom, the Swede. Zhang in her second year from China.
With this second, there's a big decision to be made here.
Yeah, Jin Young Ko now her third shot.
Laid it perfectly.
Tug, it appears.
106. These are the putts that
36.
You expect her to make.
Yeah, that was not a good stroke. She knew it. We all knew it. 36 birdies, third easiest hole on this hole today, and that was not a very good stroke for her.
So she moves it 2 under and a tie for 9th. She's going to be a rookie for the European Solheim.
It's going to release a bit more.
All right, Lilia Vu now third shot.
That was from 123.
That was an excellent shot. So I have a good chance for birdie.
And it really is a bird's nest of a lie. Ball sitting all the way down. This is a tremendous shot, Jim, from that lie.
Yeah, it was. Wow.
Let's see how Jin Young Ko plays this one from behind the 12th.
This is going to be really quick. Down the hill.
Oh, beautiful touch, Angela.
Moving a little bit on there, it can be somewhat distracting, but
wow. The pull just went left a little bit right off the putter face. It's actually a new putter there that Nelly has put in the bag. A longer putter, mallet, counterbalance in different directions.
Jin Young Ko second here at 13.
Just a couple of yards ahead of Kupcho is the wedge also.
Gets up there to pin high, played the bounce nicely.
Mostly all the way to the hole, and it's going to move to her right at the end.
That's been slow, and good call, good read by you. She should have listened to you. I talk a little louder so she can hear you, I guess.
do need to work on
Four
that,
is a good score. No, you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. I'll take you as a partner.
Ball's a bit above her feet, but this green's going to kick this ball to the right when it hits it.
It did there. Wow. Just have to get it up in the fringe to get it there, but she'll have that left for par.
On a green that is small, and there's quite some serious undulations on this green too.
Yeah, especially like you mentioned, good putt there. That slope short and left, hard to get it close. That's probably why we're not seeing many birdies, unless the ones we have seen have been.
Third shot here for Jin Young Ko at 14.
It looks like she has a lot of loft. Oh, she did go high.
Just a moment ago, in the first group out in the afternoon wave from China, Weiwei Zhang. All right, nearly perfect, and she'll have that.
And she's having to lean into it because of the lie. I tell you, this golf course will give you some grey hairs.
Lynn Grant has not been off. This to get the 5 under par, second easiest hole on the golf course, and imagine that. That's 4 in a row. This young lady is playing some phenomenal golf. She did bogey 11, the par 5, which you would not expect, but fourth shot for Jin Young Ko here at the par 5.
Well, she still had the best angle, even on her fourth shot.
Couldn't keep it on, so here's a little pitch shot for her third.
If you don't get it all the way up there, it's going to come back to your feet. What a shot.
Is that any good?
That's the high risk shot. You risk leaving it in the rough with the really difficult.
She's got 116. This is just a little baby wedge. She's been hitting a lot of clubs. She's been taking some off quite a few clubs today.
First event played as #1 in the world, Lilia Vu, her second at 16.
And that was from 124. This is just a tiny hint of breeze into.
Oh, this may just bypass the birdie and go in.
All right, Lynn Grant got at the back of her stance here. Maybe play a little bit of a little bump and run. There's the bump, there's the run, and this is well played. Nicely done. She can do it all.
Well, it is really hard. I mean, we've just seen, the penalty for missing fairways. We've seen firm greens and then difficulty when you get on the greens. This golf course is just relentless. That was a gap wedge for Nelly.
Relentless and unfamiliar.
He knows how much it's going to release, where you need to land this.
She should expect it to release just a fraction more. This green slopes away. Oh, this could be really good, too.
That will be for her first birdie since the fourth hole, just her second of the day. Hard to make as much noise when you've got the foam fingers. Up at 18, Angela Stanford has caught up with Lynn Grant.
I mean, she hit this ball so far off the tee. 112 left. Little sand wedge. Shouldn't be much in it, Grant.
Up ahead, just short of the green, Jin Young Ko, her third.
This should have a good bit of movement right to left. There you see, nearly up the hill at the beginning. Might have bobbled just a fraction through that fringe.
And I think, you have to, even with a gap wedge, you've got to play this a little bit right of that flag.
All right, Maya Stark now for birdie. Even par on her round. Seen this putt all day. We have not seen that result, though. Nice birdie. 6th of the day here at the 17th.
Longtime friend of Danielle's. Said they've known each other since they were young. She's excited to have him on the bag here this week.
Oh, how about this salty little shot? Ah, that ain't any good.
That was an aggressive play, pulling that fairway metal.
네, LPGA 코리아 유튜브 채널이 오픈을 했는데요. 많은 분들의 관심과 응원 부탁드리고요. 구독과 좋아요 꼭 눌러주세요.